It's the agonising news the whole world had been dreading. Tonight, the Titan V have sadly been lost after debris was found, including the OceanGate sub's landing frame and rear cover. Details of the devastating discovery were revealed in the last hour from Boston by the 1st Coast Guard District Commander, Rear Admiral John Morger.
This morning, an ROV, or remote-operated vehicle, from the vessel Horizon Arctic discovered the tail cone of the Titan submersible approximately 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic on the seafloor. The ROV subsequently found additional debris. In consultation with experts from within the Unified Command, the debris is consistent with the catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber. Upon this determination, we immediately notified the families. On behalf of the United States Coast Guard and the entire Unified Command, I offer my deepest condolences to the families.
That was not what we wanted to hear. All week, we've been holding our collective breath and hoping for an unlikely miracle, especially with the news that SOS signals and loud banging had been detected. But there have also been concerns raised about whether the Titan was really up to such a dramatic expedition, especially with this new video released today of a previous voyage suffering a communications failure.
After 1,000 meters, Scott, the pilot, detected a failure in the communications system.
But I'm not hearing a transmission on this. So
no, you hear nothing?
Yeah. What's weird is I'm getting the pressures, right? I know I'm communicating with that.
It is vital that we be able to communicate with the surface. Otherwise, we can get lost and drift in the middle of the ocean.
One last shot on Kongsberg.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw why there's a way.
Okay.
While the weights are thrown, something happens.
Oh, they
Drop weight for having the climb. There is something strange.
In the weeks ahead, there will be time for a post-mortem on what Chief Executive Stockton Rush, who went down with his sub, may have got wrong. But to see the hate-filled left exploiting this tragedy to try and stop future pioneering missions by rich explorers has been sickening to me. Like the left-wing agitator, Ash Sarkar.
If the super-rich can spend £250,000 on vanity jaunts 2.4 miles beneath the ocean, then they're not being taxed enough.
How utterly repugnant. She was joined by the Labour councillor Freddie Bailey.
A billionaire who is missing at sea viewing the Titanic is front-page news. 300 migrants die in a boat off the coast of Greece, and the British media talks about them like they aren't human.
Such attempts to politicise this tragedy should not be dignified. It says everything about their side of politics. So tonight, my thoughts are with the families of Rush, as well as the London Pakistani Shahzada Dawood. He was 48. His son Suleiman, just 19 years old, a student at Strathclyde University in Glasgow. The French Navy commander, Paul-Henri Nargeolet, who was part of the first human expedition to the Titanic in 1987. He was in his 70s. And of course, the successful British billionaire, Hamish Harding. And I think it's essential that the brave private explorers and adventurers who spend their own fortunes to conquer the globe and drive forward humanity are not demonised because of this terrible tragedy.